We really need Larry Jethro Gibbs Prequel series. I'm persuaded now that I've learned one important story point regarding NCIS origins. I think the main attraction of the show is its characters and their dynamic, even though it's interesting to see the Major Case Response Team, MCRT, investigate cases related to the Navy. My favorite NCIS cast member has occasionally changed over the years. Since the police procedural is technically an ensemble series, CBS has fortunately managed to ensure that each character on the show has a distinct appeal. Having said that, Mark Harmon's Gibbs was and still is the character's poster child. Like longtime cast member Sean Murray, I never imagined that Gibbs would be necessary for the CBS show to continue. Even with all of the cast changes, he gave NCIS consistency. For some reason, I'd always assumed that the agency would continue for as long as Gibbs was employed. Then, in NCIS Season 19, Harmon formally quit the program, and it went on. At least CBS gave him a fitting farewell, even though it was still heartbreaking. The character will return to the small screen a few years later. Though I've had mixed emotions about it, I now think NCIS Origins is something we really need. It's noteworthy to note that the individuals behind NCIS Origins are aware of the critiques leveled about the program. Even if Gibbs was already the main character for 19 years in the flagship series, creating a prequel may seem like a means to keep milking the character. Another problem is that NCIS Origins has virtually taken the place of NCIS Hawaii on CBS's schedule. I'm more concerned as a customer with whether this tale has to be shared. I love Gibbs as a character because I felt that NCIS disclosed enough about his background, and he thrived in secret. I was worried that NCIS Origins would not bring anything fresh to the table. As its genuine lead actor, its parent series addressed the key moments in his history, such as the killing of Shannon and Kelly, his first wife and daughter, which is regarded as maybe the saddest tale of all time. Even worse, it might disclose information that would be harmful to Gibbs' 19-year tenure on the small screen. My worries were eventually allayed when producers Gina Lucida Monreal and David J. North disclosed that NCIS Origins will have a major plot point centered around Gibbs' courtship with Mike Franks. I came to the realization that I had genuinely wanted to watch it. Throughout Harmon's tenure on the show, Gibbs and Franks were frequently the focal point of the narrative, although this just touched the surface of their dynamic. We're still not sure exactly how they turned into the strong squad that they eventually were. That's what NCIS Origins promises to depict, and that, in my opinion, is sufficient reason for the show to exist. It was evident in the few moments where Muse Watson and Harmon played older versions of their respective characters that even though Franks had been out of the spotlight for a while, Gibson still looked up to him despite the fact that Franks eventually led his team in the original NCIS series. In NCIS Season 3, after he nearly passed away, Gibbs sought solace from his former mentor. For a short while, they even shared housing in Mexico. Franks became Gibbs's dad, brother, friend, and co-worker all rolled into one because his relationship with his father had been strained for years. Even though Watson was never a regular on NCIS, his appearances were always a lot of fun. Aside from the storylines, I really liked how he and Harmon clicked, which made it simpler to portray their relationship. For this reason, I am cautiously optimistic that the storytelling of NCIS Origins will maintain the same dynamic between Austin Stoll's young Gibbs and Kyle Schmid's young Franks. However, Franks passed away in NCIS Season 8, unlike Gibbs, who was able to retire and begin a quiet life in Naktok Bay, Alaska. Port-to-port killer Jonas Cobb fatally stabbed him in the chest. The show managed to draw Watson's back even after Franks passed away. Gibbs continued to see him as a vision, guiding him through challenging times in both his personal and professional life. Franks would reveal himself when his probie was making choices that could change his life. With NCIS Origins revisiting their relationship, I'm hopeful the prequel may add even more significance to those moments.